Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for Decil Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. And in this video I'm going to be taking on the Crumbling Sepulcher Part 2, Level 200 Lufenia quest, which is part of the Act 3, Chapter 2, Part 2. And for this I'm going in with a party of Terra, Dark Knight Decil, and Rydia, with a Noctis friend and a Diabolos summon. Okay, so, as I'm sure everybody knows by now, this quest is perfectly cheesable if you have a Yuffie and either Ildnash or Asiela. So basically, the boss inflicts a frame debuff on you at the start of the quest, and that frame debuff deals 30% of your maximum health and damage. Unfortunately, the developers had an oversight, and they forgot to make the boss immune to its own debuff, so you literally use Yuffie's like, I don't need this. And yeah, the boss gets stuck with its own debuff, and then you basically just count down the turns, and it literally kills itself. Like, it takes 3.6 million damage every turn that the boss takes. So that means that the boss has over 10 million health, which is actually ridiculous if you think about it. But yeah, the boss definitely kills itself. And in fact, I think even the Japanese developers, they said they're a bit embarrassed because, of course, it's an oversight. But on the Oppa videos, they actually showed you. I think it was like one of the producers or like one of the basically, they showed it on an official stream, so you know they of course they weren't going to remove it for global because like it or lump it, that's pretty much what they ended up with, and they're like, well, you want the high armor tokens, you can do it this way, and it was kind of funny. So I could do that, but I'm not going to do that. Well, I have done it already. I've cheesed the quest with Yuffie, but like I don't think that would make for a very interesting approach. And technically, I don't really need to upload anything for this one at all. But I figured I would go in with a little bit of a different approach because I quite like using Terra and Noctis together. Unfortunately, the Noctis, the number of Noctises on my friend list is like non-existent. I think this Haru person is like the only dude out there who has a Noctis on my friends list. So I want to have a quick shout out to Haru. Like, I know he probably doesn't watch these videos, but thank you for your Noctis. It's very, very much appreciated. So what we're going to be doing, the boss's Lufenia orb condition is you need to hit them with water damage, and we have almost zero options for that. In fact, I think Rydia and the Leviathan summon, and by extension Realm using the Leviathan summon, are just about the only consistent methods of inflicting water damage if you didn't pull for Mog. Which I'm guessing most people who are not FF6 fanboys did not pull for Mog, because he's just not that great. I mean, he's decent. He definitely shines in this quest, but he's definitely very, very optional. So instead, I'm going to be going in with this. So the Seador call on my Terra is to cleanse the debuff at the start of the quest, and to heal everybody back up to full, because heavens only knows we're going to be taking a hell of a lot of damage. Aranea and Jack are there as call effects to bump up the bravery damage. Dark Knight Decil's there to stick on his HP damage increasing debuff. Rydia is there for the orb, and Noctis is here to have some fun. Because we're going to be abusing the follow-ups with Terra, and hopefully we're just going to absolutely rinse this thing's health. So without further ado, let's jump into it. And well, actually, you know what? I've recently just given my Rydia character boards for this, so let's definitely make sure she is not being neglected. Let's equip all of her stuff. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Triple 108s. Doesn't really... There we go. Let's equip all these. There we go. Okay, nice. So, yeah, let's do it. Okay. Oh, that's really good. So Decil is like, he's got the first turn here, so that's really good because that means that I'm going to be able to inflict my my shit. Hopefully, he's not targeting. I could really have done without that. I said hopefully he's not targeting Decil, but he definitely was. So it's extremely unfortunate. But it's okay. We'll deal with it. We'll do what we can. Let me just stick my Jack debuff on here. Okay, there we go. I don't suppose there's any way I can scan turn rate with Rydia, is there? No, there isn't. So summon dragon, all targets, so have 6 turns subjugating strength. I don't know. Okay, party water enchant effect. Okay, good. So really, all I need to actually do is do this and summon Leviathan for the max bravery increase. Okay, there we go. So, Decil. Let's get on Vital Crusher. Too bad we can't delay it. And Vermilion Assault. After we do Soul Eater. Oh, that's nice. We're starting to deal some proper tasty damage now. I'd love to see it. Yeah, of course we can't do that. There we go. Okie dokes, and I can honestly just kind of spam Soul Eaters, I think, with Decil. I have no reason not to do this. And we need to take 5,000 or less HP damage. I don't know how much HP damage Decil took at the start, but something tells me it was more than 5,000. Okay. So I'm going to need to keep Decil in for a turn here, because I'm going to need to heal him up. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to heal up Decil. So I'm going to pop this, Seodor, get everyone all healed up and get the debuffs off. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Okay, so I'm going to do this magic meltdown here because I can see that Terra's turn jumps up. And even if she gets broken back by a turn there, that's actually completely fine. There we go. Excellent. Of course, that ignores defense, does Rydia's EX. Man, I wish Rydia is well overdue for some upgrades, dude. Like, I think she's still, like, at her base kit, even in the JP version, which is ridiculous. Okay, so now it's time to swap in our Noctis. Now, it's very tempting to go straight into the burst, but that would be an extremely bad idea. We need to pop LD first. Okay, there we go. Excellent. I'm going to do one of these, because now we've got the Noctis LD effect, so we can kind of stay in front. Now we can use the burst. So Noctis was released, like, what, last year or something? I don't know when he was released, but it was quite a long time ago. But he's still absolutely phenomenal. He's still a force to be reckoned with. You'll love to see it. Okay. So. It's time to have some fun. So that does 46k. I suppose it would be doing more if Noctis had more max bravery, because bravery damage is not the problem here. $56. Okay, great, excellent. So now it's time to just wail on this guy with impunity. And if all goes well, we should hopefully be able to avoid him actually, like, ever getting another turn again. maybe a different summon other than Diabolus would have been a good idea, because Noctis can't benefit from Diabolus because he's not taking any damage, so maybe I should have brought like E3 or something. But you know what they say, hindsight is 20/20. So I wonder just how much damage we're going to be able to pump out here. So I'm looking forward to when Yang comes out, because Yang is basically got follow-ups like Noctis' burst effect, but it's built into his LD instead, and it's like AoE damage. So I think like Yang, Noctis and Terra on one team with like some kind of funky call effects going on is just going to be absolutely stupid in terms of being able to cheese more or less anything that doesn't have a Lufenia orb that you can't handle. It's like lightning, only worse. Or better, depending on your point of view. Another Chaos Wave, let's keep going. So now we're not far. So there's nothing really too much to talk about here, is there? We just kind of keep going and going if all goes well. So let me think. What am I looking forward to in upcoming content? Well, Tifa obviously goes without saying. You know, I absolutely love FF7, so I'm really looking forward to when Tifa gets her LD. Although that won't be like for another couple of months yet, I don't think. We drop below 50%. Oh, and we get even more turns to do whatever the hell we want with. Okay, great. You'll have to see it. Let's see. Rydia has her thingy. Yeah, let's just do a Riot Blade here. Don't need to go too crazy. So I'm looking forward to Tifa. Someone I have not heard a lot of hype about, but that I am still looking a lot forward to is going to be Iroha. Because she has a really interesting effect, and I think I want to shoot in Star here for the bravery. Actually, the max bravery space. Am I not dealing enough damage? I might actually just do a warp strike instead to get the attack buff. Okay, yeah. That's more like it. Still have weak damage up going on. Ninja Slice, do I want to do? I'm going to do a Ninja Slice. And we get the max bravery buff from Rydia anyway, because of the summon, of course we do. Yeah, so I don't hear a lot of hype about Iroha, but she has a really interesting effect because she basically makes it so that whenever you do a bravery dump, you will retain a percentage of that bravery in your current bravery. So for characters with like multi-stage bravery dumps, like Tifa, like Kuja, like Cloud even with his finishing touch, and other stuff like that, like she's going to be really, really helpful for increasing those characters' output like quite significantly. And let's go into the Terra Burst here to make the most of our Noctis while we can. I'm going to go in with a Magic Meltdown first to get the defense debuff on there. Yeah, who else? Lael I'm actually not really too bothered about this time around, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Garland, I guess, is going to be pretty fun because he's like, I think the meme is that he like becomes one of the best supports in the game because of his burst effect, because his burst effect is that powerful. But speaking of powerful burst effects, I really like Terra's burst effect. Like, I think that's kind of, I want to say underrated, because she doesn't increase your party's bravery damage output like at all, but what she does do is increases your HP damage, but also the HP damage cap. So like, she's dealing 114, she's dealing like 115k now, right? But then after her burst effect, that will shoot up to like 135k. And there are some characters like Terra and like others that have absolutely no problem hitting their bravery cap. So the fact that she's got a burst effect that just absolutely skyrockets it, well, like, you know what I mean? It's really, really useful. And I wish more burst effects did that. I think we don't start getting a lot of that until like Lufenia Plus. I'm not sure if Bart's does that, but I'm on the lookout for burst effects that are going to increase your HP damage. Don't think they're very common. What else? I guess. Well, Tidus and Yuna is kind of obvious, really. Like they're the no-brainers. But I'm not sure, really. Like I don't really know what the hell is going on in JP at the moment. Like looking at characters like freaking Jagran and like the world of Final Fantasy twins like Lan and Rain, they just get absolutely stupidly busted against AoE targets. Like that LD does 1,000,000 damage, and then you've got like retarded characters like Sid Reigns, who just do entirely too much damage to the point that there's some Luffy pluses that have had to basically make the bosses immune to launch damage, or like give it 100% HP damage reduction to launch attacks because Sid Reigns is just too freaking strong. So yeah, I've got no clue what's going on. I've not really been following JP recently. I only know up to like the end of the current era. Oh yeah, and we've still got the call effect bug, by the way. I did that partially so that you know how Terra's damage has just now increased to 144k. 145, kinda. In fact, I could go into Diabolos now, and it's going to get even higher. It's going to go to like 154k. In fact, you know what? I think I kind of want to do that because I've still got a turn left with Noctis, and he can proc his LD. Yeah, let's get that summon damage on there, and let's just keep going. Let's keep going like this. See, 155,000 damage. That's quite a lot. And if I had the Paladin Cecil thrown in there, that would be like 164,000 damage with a Pestle Burst effect. Pretty high numbers, and that's like without blue armor. Imagine with blue armor, you can probably get up to like 200k or something stupid if you really want to. Anyway, this fight is steadily approaching its conclusion. We're still dealing like capped bravery damage. See, I think there were some people out there who sort of didn't seem to understand just how well Noctis works with Terra. They were like, oh, you can use another burst effect, and it's like, show me another burst effect that is going to make her deal 65,000 extra damage. Like I challenge you to find me this elusive burst effect that does this. It's not out there. Okay, well, I think this guy's pretty much dead. Nope. Okay. So Terra gets to finish it off then, I guess. Okay, bring it home, girl. Actually, technically Noctis will... Oh no, there we go, yeah, there we go. Excellent. So, that is going to be my... Well, I can't really call it a non-cheese clear, can I? Because even though I didn't use like the Yuffie cheese, it was still pretty cheap. But it gave me an excuse to use Rydia, and it gave me an excuse to bust out Noctis for the first time in many, many months. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care and goodbye.